everybody. How are you doing? It's another exciting Sunday night. That means Sally's on live.
Yes, I am.
Man, that lighting behind you is just wow.
Oh my goodness,
Yes,
look at
yeah.
that.
There we go.
Even closer to being a Casper.
Yeah. That's right.
Okay.
Let's see, all right, who we got
Thank
first
you,
here?
Blue Snapper.
All right, let's get the show rolling here. Might as well. First we got, I keep losing that damn chat. There we go. Sean G is looking for guidance for the week ahead.
And the cards would be happy to give it to you, Sean. All right, so let's see what the cards...
Really? No, I got that. Ignore me, Sally.
Oh. So guidance for the week. The week starts out with you getting a message, and this might be something through email. There seems to be like a little, almost a jab to it. But it feels like it's a message that you should not ignore and should take advantage of. So there's an advantage for you somewhere there. Oh yeah, and it's followed by the moon. And the moon is about illusions. You know, the things we look at and see differently, you know, comparatively, like the dog to the wolf. We see them as two different creatures when really they're pretty much, well, the same thing. But what this card means to use for as the what goes on this week is that there's a lot of things coming out, but it's kind of like half-truths all over the place. So pay attention to whatever's coming your way, but make sure you have the whole story before you act upon it. Oh, and that's a good one. So by the end of the week, and this is more like Thursday, Friday, you know, I told you, like, you're just going to kind of get little messages all through the week. The one on the one later on in the week is about a way to get maybe a raise or a little bump in your income somehow. It feels more like, you know, they're almost saying special pay. And I know you're not in the military or anything, but it just, that's feeling it gets, you know. Okay, so who's next?
Next we have Rosie's Fairies. He's looking for good information for June.
Okay.
Oh, Rosie would like you to use the runes.
Okay, so Rosie, anything good for me in June? Rosie, you're going to be in June. So, of course, there's something good right there. But I know what you're saying.
No. See, I didn't bring the cheese board, Sally. There's no place for you to put that cheesy stuff.
Oh, please. I like the cheesy stuff. Okay, so in June...
Said no woman ever.
It's true. It's actually true. Okay, so through... You want to know what's happening in June that's special? I think that there is sort of a balancing in a relationship. So you've got this two-way win-win kind of energy going on right here. It does look like summer's good for you. Maybe we're having a hot summer because it says like in June, June is sizzling kind of thing. But it feels like that's more metaphoric, although it could be physical too. It just feels like, you know, you and somebody else are working together toward producing something very special. There's this bee here, Bracana, and Bracana's the blessings of the goddess, in particular children and little beings. So know that children and little beings coming into your life is definitely a possibility in June, and that feels more towards something that's under your control. You also have Thorazaz, and Thorazaz is a reminder in June that's going to be awfully easy for you to take on more than you can handle, just because there's a lot of new things coming at you. It's like being a kid in a candy shop, you know? Your eyes can want every piece of candy in the shop, but your tummy isn't going to take too many of them. So just remember, don't overload yourself.
Overloading. All right. Who we got next? Okay, scroll. Patricia is looking for surprises
All right.
in June.
Surprises in June. Oh boy. I hope it's not a polecat living under your porch, but let's see.
A what cat?
Skunk.
Oh.
Sometimes they're called polecats.
Oh.
Well, that's what the hillbillies say.
Uh-huh.
All right, and we're looking at our good friend Patricia and seeing what surprises is coming her way in June. All right. Hopefully they're all good. There's a good surprise. And there's a good surprise. Yeah, okay. We'll talk about that. So, you want to know what's coming your way in June, and it feels like there's a community coming together, and the word collaboration comes up a lot. So I think this is around career and probably it not quite, you know, it's the word partnership isn't coming my way so much as collaboration. So it feels like in June you are going to be working on different kinds of projects that are, you know, team projects, and needs a lot of teamwork. And if the team is balanced, which it looks in this case like it is, it goes well. It does feel like your spirits are up in June, so it feels like things are going more your way, and a lot of things that you have asked for are coming your way. And the final one, you have the Nine of Wands. And the Nine of Wands is telling you to be careful not to let yourself get stuck due to past experiences. And this feels more like perhaps relationship advice, because it feels like, you know, somehow you're not willing to trust people because of previous hurts that you've had. And the cards suggest this is a real good time to get over that lack of trust. And next,
Oh, it's my turn again?
it is.
All right, let's try this. Oh, yeah. I am lost. I am lost. Here, let's try this. Cool Libra
Hey,
Wants
cool
to know.
Libra.
wants to know, can I get a reading using the runes?
Boy, I got them right in my hot little hands here, and whoo, there's your reading. Yeah, so cool Libra. One thing that's saying, I want to point out this last one, because this is an overall message, you know, which says, you know, that it's fine to have a goal and to go for it, but recognize when you've achieved your goal and know when to stop. All right, and overall, the runes are telling you that the spirits of your ancestors are watching over you. And that's a very native thing to say. I don't know whether you have native blood in you, but they are talking in a way that you would talk to, say, an Inuit, you know, the spirits of your ancestors looking over you. And it's just because the ancestral spirits feel more at home, more like they belong. I think that would be the way to, yeah, like they are expected to be there and they expect you to be aware of them, sort of thing, which again, very Inuit. So you do have these guardian spirits of your ancestors watching over you, and there's also a good symbiotic relationship starting to form around you, which is nice. And it goes beyond just symbiotic. It is a love relationship with two-way loves. Okay.
Isn't symbiotic just another term for codependency?
Sure.
O'Neill is next. Looking for guidance using the runes.
Okay. Everybody loves runes. Which, by the way, I will be selling some of my runes at the summer solstice night market, which we will be talking about later on in the show. Okay. So, guidance. This is for O'Neill, right?
That's right.
O'Neill. So, O'Neill, you see all these runes are down except for the one, Suelu, which is the sun. And so the runes are saying overall, make sure you enjoy the summer. So don't spend your whole life holed up working, whatever it is you do. During June, make sure you go out and enjoy the sunshine, enjoy days at the beach, enjoy the summer. So this is a month that you should really make yourself focus a little bit more on leisure. Yeah, it says, yeah, you have some goals, but you've already established yourself strongly to the point where all you need to do is kind of half-ass pay attention. So you've got things that have been started that are waiting to unwind, and they seem to be just fine. You don't need to watch over them. Go to the beach. Go to the beach. You've got harvest here, which means the things that you have, the things that you have been working toward are starting to come your way. And last but not least, we have Vehu, which is very nice. Wheat. It talks about it talks about this long-term income, but it's more like a self-renewing kind of income, like a job or something like that. And so it looks like your financial situation is going to get a little bit better. And this feels like a plus. So it's a little something else added on. So overall, it looks like you have a pretty good June coming your way. Most important thing is to just relax and enjoy it.
Woohoo! Relax.
Margaritaville. Go to Margaritaville.
On Blue Snapper wants to know about messages for the month using the runes, of course.
And the love life. Okay. Well, let's see what the runes have to say about your love life. Okay, so it feels like
You still ain't getting any.
that's one. And it says show. No, anyhow, it's not what it says. It's not what it says. It says that right now, it looks like you're kind of trying to rejuvenate an old relationship, something that's got a hook into you pretty deep. And so I feel like there is a reconciliation here and a period of happiness. But of course, if you got a pair of shoes that pinched your feet and you put them in the back of a closet for 2 years, when you bring them back out, they're still going to pinch your feet. And this pair of shoes ends up hurting your feet. So this is short-lived, although it's something that you tried for. So this comes to fruition and becomes really old hat very fast. And that's good because it means that you're letting go and getting ready for rapid changes that are coming your way. And this feels like it comes more the middle of summer. So we're looking at June, so it'd be mid-June. So you've got one here that just, you've tried this enough times. You got to give it one more try, fine. It goes down in flames just like it always does. But you've got change here, and I like to see that. And it's rapid change, day and night change. And it's changed toward, good, you've got Jairus harvest. And I talk about manifesting the things you put out there. And sometimes we don't realize how often we ask the universe for something. And you know how they say, be careful of what you ask for, you might just get it. Well, in this case, be glad for what you ask for, because you are going to get it. Yeah, it's just like you got to put on those old pair of shoes and get your feet pinched one last time.
Oh. Well, is it going to have fun at least?
Seems to be happy for 2 seconds, so.
Uh-huh. We'll leave it at that.
Yeah.
All right, Mariam's looking for guidance for June.
Okay, so let's see what we can get for Mary Ann for June. Okay, for our friend Mary Ann. Just seems, it just seems like Christmas and Valentine's Day were just here. I swear that the calendar is just whipping by. It's June already. Oh, yeah. Nights on the balcony. Which, by the way, I think it's tomorrow night. We're supposed to be able to see the northern lights. I guess that means we have cloud cover. Anyhow, so we are looking for.
Why would cloud cover make you see the northern lights? That's
No, not see the northern lights.
all right. Yeah. Well, in our case, it's more like smoke cover. Our hearts go out to the folks in Manitoba and Saskatchewan.
So yes, so sorry.
Sorry you have to leave your homes once again.
Okay, so Mary Ann, guidance for June. Okay. So the first thing the cards say, ooh, ouch. I can see why. June is a healing month for you. And I think that you're just still trying to let go of, I want to say an emotionally abusive relationship, because the term gaslighting keeps coming up. So it feels like you're trying to let go and heal from this particular situation. And it's not always easy to let go of a gaslighting situation, particularly when it's one that brings the individual in front of you time after time after time. So this is somebody that even if you never spoke to this person, they would still be in front of you every day. So it looks like through June you're doing your healing, and like never forget somebody. Never forget when somebody lies to you. Never forget when somebody gaslights you. Never forget when somebody sets you up. All these things. If somebody does it once, they'll do it over and over and over and over and over again. Once you've caught somebody in one lie, they've already lied to you 6 times. Okay? So anyhow, here you are in the healing phase, and that's good. That's really good, because the best thing about June is the fact that you are getting control of yourself. It feels like for the first time in your life, for the first time in a long time, in June, you start to feel more like yourself, more like the person that you wanted to be, the person that you used to be is coming back through, and that's good for your soul. Look for your chance to break completely free, but in the meantime, make sure that you hang on to whatever opportunities life is handing you, because it feels like you're being handed opportunities that can get you out of this situation. Okay.
Okay, next we have Braveheart.
Hi, Braveheart.
Should me and AB try to start a relationship or just stay friends?
I don't even have to ask the cards. You ask a different question, because you know you should just stay friends.
Oh, okay then. Next we have Benafsha. Sorry, Braveheart. I guess she doesn't want to answer your question today.
Well, no, that was the answer.
Friends you be.
Yes.
And Benafsha wants to know about the energy for June. What's that going to look like?
Okay. Benafsha June. I like to see that you're getting a little bit of a backbone. You're getting a little bit of sass, a little bit of sass and brat to you, and that works out well for you. People are too used to you being nice all the time. I'm glad you're finding out how to not be nice all the time. So, energy in June. Another one that's healing energies. And you guys saw me. I shuffled those cards good. Okay, so it is like you're healing, but it's also like the shingles are falling off your eyes. And somebody that you used to look up to is sort of like you're starting to see what they're really like. You're starting to get a good vision there. Good for you. Okay, and I really like to see this last one, the Hanged Man, and it's in the perfect spot. That in June, you are going to start thinking about taking care of yourself in the future, and it's just kind of like your attitude and your way of handling your resources and stuff like that is changing in June. Where instead of waiting, you're getting to the point where you're not waiting for somebody to save you, but feeling how you can save yourself. Good for you. I really like the fact that you're starting to look at things so much more realistically and actually doing something about it.
And our next reading is for Kara James.
Hi, Kara.
Can I trust FM at work?
Oh, no, always go for the AM. Pick it up better. Just being funny.
Okay, boomer.
I know. I definitely know that was a boomer thing. But I got about 3 boomers listening to me, so there you go. That was for you guys. Can I trust FM at work?
How do you program a car radio station, Sally?
How do a what?
Program a car radio station.
Oh, yeah. Don't you pull out the button and push back in?
Not since they put seatbelts in cars.
It was later than that, folks. I remember when they put seatbelts in cars. Although I don't own up to being that old. Okay, can we trust FM at work? Okay. Kara and FM. What's going on with FM? Well, certainly a lot of gossip there, isn't there? Yikes. All right, and again, this 4 of Swords keeps showing up, folks. There's always one card or another. Aw. Yeah, FM must be really cute. You must be really good looking because it feels like there's a lot of jealousy swirling around this. And it's got female energies all over it, so that's kind of got that feeling to it. And you're starting to realize that you can't trust those bitches, and you are absolutely right. As far as FM, he's a good guy. He just likes you. And it makes everybody else, and it makes all the other women crazy. Yeah, you can trust him. Just can't trust them bitches.
All right. There's nothing new there.
Yeah.
Slow Deezy wants to know, will I have my resident adjuster licensed by fall? I have an exam.
That's a right exam. Well,
resident adjuster license. I wonder what that is.
yeah, that would be, I think that would be through the insurance where they're...
Resident adjuster. I hand out eviction notices.
You adjust people's attitude. That's great.
It didn't say that, but that's what I'm translating that into old time language.
Oh, okay, let's see. Will we get our resident adjuster license? Make sure you get yourself a pair of steel-toe boots. And not cheap ones either. You are going to be really good at this. Yeah, you're good. You are good at this. Yeah, yeah. And don't worry about death. It doesn't mean you're going to kill anybody. It does mean that you know, it does create a change in your life. Yes, you are going to do very well, and probably get basically get a reputation as the king. So apparently your methods become legendary. So yeah. Yeah, you'll pass. No problems.
All right.
Here, this is the job you're looking forward to. We all have our skills, Slow Deezy.
Okay. Melons Maloney. Will I have a love relationship by September?
Okay. That deadline your parents have set for you?
Yeah, what's up with that?
Yeah, there's always a deadline there. Okay,
Yeah,
let's.
no wonder they can't find it.
Yeah.
It's not due until September. It's a project that's not due until September, right? Right, Melons Maloney?
Let's see what's up for melons.
Well, they fall in love in July.
Okay. Love for melons. Love for melons. I'm not that far off the target where she's hearing about it. But it's there in 3 months. So, yeah, you'll get it before. Get it around August. Month early. Oh, yeah. Yeah. A month early.
Love.
Yeah. Let's see. What would your mom think of them?
They couldn't see that.
Okay, so what you got is a 5 of cups. So there's this reservation. It's kind of like, yeah, I know what I asked for, but I don't know about this one.
Why him?
Yeah. Yeah. It's kind of like you find somebody that checks all the boxes for your mom and just is definitely not what you had in mind for you. Good for you.
Speaking of what we had in mind. And we are back once again with Pick a Card. This time, Sally's gonna shuffle her deck. Oh, like every other time. You guys know what to do by now, right? I've been doing this for 5 years. What do you mean 1? 2? You haven't been doing this for 5 years?
No, card 1, 2, and 3.
Oh, jeepers. Anybody else confused, or is it just me?
Just you, honey. Everybody else knew what I was doing. Okay, so I know you guys have picked your card. 1, 2, or 3. Did you pick card number 1? Your tarot card for the week is the 2 of Swords. And the 2 of Swords is a card of truce and separation. It means that this week is a week where you're going to find a way to put a peaceful wall between you and something that has been toxic to you. So just be willing to let go. This is a good week to do it. Clean out your closet. Did you pick card number 2? Well, tarot card number 2 is our friend the Pope. And the Pope is, he is about doing things by the book and by following the rules. And he is about structure and hierarchy. And all these things come into play with you this week. Know where you stand. and act accordingly. You know, take all the power you have, but don't overstep your bounds. Also good, we think about marriage, you bachelors out there. Did you pick card number 3? Well, card number 3 is the 3. How you like that? And it is the 3 of Wands. And the 3 of Wands is about basically moving forward. It's about your ships coming in. It's about taking on challenges and moving forward in work. And so this is a busy week for you. It's a challenging week, and it's a very satisfying week. This is one where you can move ahead just a couple clicks on the ladder, but you can work your way up a little bit on the ladder this week. So thank you everybody for participating and pick a card. And this is the week where June comes in to greet us, so happy June. And we'll see you again next week. Bye-bye.
To the desk. Back to the questions.
Back to the questions. You know, before we get to the questions.
Oh, you don't want to do the questions?
Well, I was thinking that maybe I should tell our friends about 2 special events I have coming up in June. One is the Witches Summer Solstice Night Market, and that's June 21st. And that would be from 5 p.m. to 9 p.m. I will also be teaching a palm reading course that begins the second Tuesday in June, and it's 4 3-hour classes. You've got a Tuesday, Thursday, and then a Wednesday, Thursday the following week. We do we not only look at the palms, but we also do meditation and a bit of psychic development. It's a lot of fun, especially if you don't mind getting your hands written on, because I will do that. And I hope to see all of you there. For more information about that, go to roro.shop. That's RORO.shop. And she has all the sign-in information right there on the website. Also, that's it. The night market on June 21st and the palm reading course.
Back to NASA's question.
Back to NASA.
Will I have another job by the end of fall?
I don't feel like that's a real big challenge for you, but let's see what the cards have to say. And you guys notice I changed decks. I just did that because I felt like it.
I did not notice.
Our friends did. Okay. So, yes, and yes. You'll be preparing to leave in August. It feels like you've got, when it comes right down to walking out that door and leaving the people behind, there's a certain bit of sadness there. So you might be sadder to leave than you think you will, but there is a new job right there. And I do feel like the 8 is telling me that comes through in August. And this comes, there's a bit of familiarity there, and it just feels like this is a job that comes with a lot of hope and promise. Okay.
Next are Pocket Empty 96. No, 89. Sorry. Duh. Guess my dyslexia is coming through. That happens.
Yeah, empty pockets. Oh, we feel your pain.
Yeah, Pockets Empty 89 is looking for love reading using the runes.
Oh, there it is. And the runes say, is that interesting or what? So
It's only interesting to you until you tell us.
this is true. So you're asking about love, and the first thing the runes tell me about is babies.
Woo!
Babies. And this idea of victory and news of a baby coming up in the summer. So is love coming your way? Boy, it sure does look that way. Well, love reading, it says that there's possibility of babies coming through, but it feels like the relationship is feels very successful through the summer, and in the winter there is planning for the future and input by the parents, kind of thing. So yeah, love looks pretty good. And if you don't want a baby, get protection.
Okay, there you go. Next, we got Virgo Lilith 9. Will there be any long-term relationships coming my way?
Long-term relationships for Virgo Lilith. Okay. Yeah, it's not hard. It's hard to find a man who's intelligent and challenging while at still same time still being submissive. Okay, let's see if you will find that unicorn. Okay. Virgo Lilith. Long-term relationship. Yep. It starts right out with a Hierophant. So it is talking about a trip to the altar, if you will. So yeah, long-term relationships are coming your way, and I think that the number 5 is operative there. Wow, you've got a lot of okay, so yes, you have a long-term relationship coming your way, and there is a pregnancy, but there's also a miscarriage. So that happens sometimes. You can't let it destroy you. You just have to trust that little soul will find its way back to you.
I'm moving on to Allie. Allie's looking for spirit messages about an upcoming move.
Okay. Oh, there we are. Spirit messages about my upcoming move. Okay, so. See what Spirit has to say. What a move is physically and what a move is spiritually, I understand, are two different things. Well, that's a good sign. Good sign. And that's a good sign. I would say that, yeah, it's spirit messages about the move. You remember what I said about how moving physically and it is also moving spiritually, and they're two different things. It does feel like you're going to a place that gives you more confidence. The ability to stand up for yourself. So spiritually, wherever you're going, it gives you more of a boost, whether it's the feng shui or the numerology or whatever it is about where you're at. It feels like suddenly you're stronger. It feels like you're more able to pull out all the hooks in you, and let go of all the past whatever, because it has this really clean feel to it. So it's got a clean break. Also, it says this is a place where you are, it's the move is very well aspected. And as I'm saying this, it's reminding me that even a move of a couple blocks can be like moving to a different city. It can change that much, because it does feel like the changes that come around are making an optimistic move to a bigger city, and it does put you into balance, and it does put you into a spot where you meditate a little bit easier, you connect a little bit easier, and it also feels like there's a two of cups kind of energy, a blessed unity coming there. So you are going to form very good relationships. So yes, you are making an excellent move.
Well,
Yeah.
I sense that you're looking forward to the move. The move itself is going to go fine, and it's going to take about 6 weeks to find your groove.
Yeah.
There's going to be some contemplation of, am I doing this because I'm expected to do this, or am I doing this because I want to do this? And you're going to ask yourself that many times and come to the realization that you've been doing a lot of things because they've been expected of you, not because you want to.
Yeah.
Moving on to Speak Knowledge.
Speak knowledge.
Speak
Hello.
Knowledge wants a rune reading.
And I am just so happy to give you a rune reading.
Let's see what they need to know. Hey, that button still works. All right.
All right, so speak knowledge. One of the very first thing that comes through is Keenness. So there's should be this really big focus on family for you at this point in your life. Yeah, it kind of strengthening your position within the family. Okay, so here you've got Gabu, which is serendipity, and you have Fehu, which is wheat or cattle. But the idea is that you've got some advancements career-wise coming your way, and it's to you it feels like serendipity, but it's actually just the normal way of things. You're getting a promotion because it's your time kind of thing. All right, so get as much as you can done over the summer because your winter is going to be really still. Okay.
I picked more up than like more like family of like-minded instead of blood. Like you're the head of an organization or a group.
Yeah.
That's a
Yeah, that would absolutely make sense.
Got a hobby, coven.
Yeah.
And moving on to Nancy Ray. Should I move out of state or move to another area in this city?
And just like we had that conversation the last time, moving to another area of the city can just be just as effective as moving to another state. But I'm going to see how far the cards think you should move. Sometimes moving to another planet isn't far enough to get away from some situations. Okay, so what do the cards have to say?
Is moving to Canada far away enough?
We're friendly up here. All right. What do the cards have to say about Nancy Ray? The very first thing this card is saying is you're way overthinking it. Way, way, way overthinking it. So take a chill pill, take a deep breath, and get practical about the move. Yeah. Not that it isn't a good idea, but I don't think that you're going to be moving far. You are going to be moving to someplace nicer. So this is a really good time for you to find someplace nicer. Okay. And then you have the Emperor. Yeah, you've got some real strong yang energy, some real strong male kind of energy around you. And so this is about you being strong and you taking part of your own situation and whatever it is you're looking to solve here. Moving is fine because you can find a nicer looking place, but like this card says, you're overthinking it. Your problem isn't distance, Your problem is courage and standing up for yourself. But the good news is moving to a place that looks nicer. That little step up does kind of give you enough of an ego boost that you can be this strong, large, and in charge of your own life kind of person.
And moving on to Lee Germa.
Hello, Leah.
Is the guy Stephen that I talked to going to meet me in person? No.
Let's see what the cards have to say, because I got something slightly different. Oh, here we go. Okay, yeah. It's not that he's not going to meet you. It's just that he's not going to be at all like you expect him to be. It's almost like you're you're expecting Prince Lancelot, and what you're really going to get is
His servant.
well, I was getting more like Oscar the Grump, but yeah, you're going to get somebody who's away from the computer screen, very introverted, and who finds it very hard to assert themselves. But yeah, you're definitely going to meet up with him. So whether you want to, this guy could be a hell of a project, but do you want a project?
Moving on to the Valiant. My partner is currently into a bad funk that's affecting our relationship. Are we going to overcome this or find each other again?
How many times do you want to go through this shit? Sorry. Sometimes thoughts form and fall out of my mouth before I.
Well, let's
stop
see
them.
if we can answer the question. Are we
Okay.
going to overcome this and find each other again?
Valiant. All right, what can the cards show? Valiant and Valiant's relationship. Hmm. Oh. So what I said before, are you going to come back? Yeah, yeah. It's kind of like, yeah, he's going to come back, but as far as overcoming the funk and finding each other, yeah, but this is something that's going to happen a lot, on and off. It's almost like the funk is normal with him. And so he tries hard to be the guy that you expect him to be. But that closed off, defensive person that you see in front of you now is who he is. So you just got to ask yourself, do I want to do this forever? Because you will be doing this forever. And he'll always come back. But
And moving on to Jess Pelkey.
I just,
What else should I know about preventing my mother from being deported?
oh my goodness. I'm expecting to see like the Emperor or the Knight of Swords, the King of Swords, maybe even Knight of Swords. Well, it can be prevented. She can stay in this place of the world. Yeah, if you don't have a lawyer, you need to get a lawyer. So this is something that you can't do yourself. Yeah, yeah. Yes, you can prevent her from getting deported. You just need to get yourself a good lawyer. She does need the legal aspect of it. And as much as I was expecting maybe the King of Swords or the Knight, I get the Page of Swords. So this is going to be a young lawyer. Young, but quite effective. So yeah. Yeah, you can prevent your mom from getting deported. Just get yourself a good lawyer.
And next we have Glenifa.
Hi, Glenifa.
Didn't we already do that? Oh, no, that was Benopcha. I want to know if Frank, who's a co-worker / director, ever had feelings for me.
Frank and Fur. Gotta quit thinking about the Rocky Horror Picture Show. Okay.
Why?
The quick answer to that is yes. Would he did as far as expressing it, he's thought it back and forth, but he knows it's inappropriate. So there's your answer right there.
Alrighty, well, that was quick.
Yeah.
Livia Vergara wants to know if Harry will be to houses this year or when. If not this year, when will Harry buy the houses?
Okay.
You are welcome, everybody.
Okay, so will Harry buy the houses? Let's see, Harry and the houses. What can you tell me about Harry and the houses? Over promising. Yeah, I think he's going to do it in the fall. 1-0. I think he's going to do it in October. But yeah, he is going to buy him. He needs a silent partner there, and that's what he's looking for. And so he's not telling you everything, so your suspicion is coming out, and you have reason to suspect him. But that one question, yeah, he's going to do as he says in October.
And moving on to Leona. Leona wants to know about the month of June. What does Leona need to know about June?
Leona and June. Leona and June. Leona, June's going to be a good month for you. You've got an opportunity coming through. It's something that you've been working for. It's coming through. And it does feel like there's a pretty good size reward for you, because the next thing the cards say is don't forget the people who helped you get there. So when life gives when life gives you a banquet, make sure you give your friends a plate or two, okay? There we go.
Jordan wants to know, are things going to get better for me? When are things going to get better for Jordan?
I'll look at this card first. Okay, so one thing that you need to remember is that it's often your attitude that determines your altitude. Because you ask if things are going to get better for you, and the first thing the card says is getting what you asked for. So, take inventory of what you're actually asking the universe for, because the universe thinks it's giving you what you want. It's a reminder that you have more good friends than you think. Aw, Jordan. It's like there's 3 people that really want to spend time with you, and in a way you're focusing on a 4th that's ignoring you. Okay, again, your attitude determines your altitude. You've got plenty of support, plenty of love around you. Just quit pining over the things that you don't have and can't have. And know that the opportunity is going to come up for you over the summer to do some really nice travel. You might get a chance to go to one of the fun and sun places, right?
All right, moving on to Double A.
Double A.
Double A wants a rune reading. Let's see what Double A needs to know.
Oh, my favorite battery size. Rune reading for Double A. Okay. And what does Double A need to know? Okay, one thing you need to know is that this is a time for you to provide for the needs of the future. So I'm pretty sure that when I flip these runes over, I'm going to find runes of prosperity or an abundance of resources, because you're going to get enough in this life that it's time for you to plan for the future. Yeah. The summer's going to be good to you. Summer's going to be very good to you. You have blessings, and it looks like even it looks like even relationships go well for you in June. Yeah. Life wants to send you gifts. You have serendipity. That's what Gabu means. Gifts, serendipity. And yeah. So as life gets better for you, make sure that you make plans for the future. Open up an RRSP or education account, something like that.
And next we have Ipan Tuli. What is coming towards Ipu in the love life? Oh, what's coming towards Tuli in love life?
Okay. And thank you for subscribing, Julie.
Oh, yeah.
And what is coming towards Julie in love life? And it does feel like, you have been obscured there. It feels like maybe you've been working on education or learning, because you've got torch versus ice. So there's ice on your love life, but it feels like you're getting yourself charged up in other ways. So what's coming towards you? This idea that There's this idea that you need to be true to yourself. You need to be true to your birthright and who you were born to be. So honesty is very important, and self-honesty is very important. Ooh, Thule. It does feel like there's there's growth in love life, and this is the baby room. Oh yeah, so it looks like Thule's on the path of putting down roots and setting up a home of his own. Yeah. So things are getting better for you. You must be finishing school or something, or going through some kind of one of life's milestones. Because it feels like you turn from education, looking for education to empower, to family, home, and hearth. So congratulations. This should be an interesting and fulfilling year for you.
Yeah, but they were asking about love life.
That's part of the love life.
All right, then.
It's complicated.
Of course it is. Next, we have Haunting Live. How will this week go?
After the spiritual weekend you had, oh my goodness. So you're coming into the week electrified. Well, let's see what that does for you. Okay. You are electrified. Nice. Nice. All right, you got some very powerful cards here. The positive thing is that you really don't need to change course, so you are on a good course there. This feels like you're on the way to putting down some deep roots. So you've gained knowledge and ability, particularly knowledge this weekend, that will serve you well.
Alrighty then.
And thank you so much. It's easy enough to get in touch with me for a personal reading. Just send me an email to info@sallydiane.com, and I will get in touch with you. We'll set up an appointment at your convenience, and this will be online. Unless, of course, you want to come to Stratford, at which time you can see me at Spa near the tracks. I'm there on Saturdays.
Any last words, Sally?
Oh, have a great week, everybody. Welcome, June. And we'll see you again next week for another exciting episode of Psychic Sundays Live.